Hello, this is Miss B in the Harding County School Library, and today I'm going to tell you about how to make a podcast. What is a podcast? Well, a podcast is simply a digital recording that we are going to download to our library website, which is linked to the school's website. Each one of you will be recording your voices. That is a podcast. Remember, your job is to know what a podcast is, a digital recording that can be downloaded or uploaded to a certain site. First thing you're going to do is to read a book for an elementary student, one that maybe was one of your favorites when you were in kindergarten, first or second grade. Then you're going to write a 5-sentence essay about that book. Finally, you will be creating a podcast about the book. What's in this essay? Well, the essay is actually just a script of what you are going to be reading for the podcast. The essay must include the characters, the who of the book, and the setting, where it's at, such as in the library, or is it outside in the playground, or is it under the big dinosaur in the hallway? And you must include the plot. What is this book about? But remember, your essay, your script, does not tell the ending. No spoiler alerts here. When we do the recording, you will practice reading your script before you record. You want to become polished. You don't want to make mistakes. You want to know how to pronounce all those words and how to read your own writing. When you do your script, when you're actually reading it, I want you to use inflection. I want you to show excitement if it's an exciting book, sadness if it's a sad book, scary or mysterious if it's that kind of book. You also must speak clearly and speak loudly. We want to hear what you're saying on your podcast. To record your voice, we use the sound recorder or voice recorder that is located on our option list of all of our computers. You're going to click on it and bring it on the screen. Once you decide you want to record, you click the start button and then you begin speaking. When you are finished, that start button will now say stop, and you will click that and that stops your recording. Once you've done that, a file box pops up, and that's where you are going to put your name in so that we can save your recording to your name in our file. Once we've finished doing all the recording, we are going to preview them. That means we're going to go back in the file, pull them up, and listen to them. So the students, your friends that are in this class, and me, the librarian, are going to listen to your recordings. You get to listen to them too. And you're going to decide if you should keep that recording or if it needs to be recorded over. Once we've decided to keep them, we were then going to download them to the library's website. And you'll be in here when I do that, but I will be doing that for you. The next thing that you're going to be a part of is the advertising for your podcast. Where are we going to advertise our podcasts? Well, we want to tell everybody in the school and maybe our friends, our family that are outside the school. So the first thing we're going to do is highlight the podcasts in the school newsletter. We'll ask Mr. Page, our superintendent, to do that in his monthly newsletter. Then we're going to be advertising them on the library's bulletin board right outside the library. Everybody walks by the library every day, so people coming to ball games or coming to visit the school will see them as well as our students. And last, the podcasts will be advertised on the elementary classes dojo. Oh, and don't let me forget, the best way to advertise is word of mouth. Tell everybody about the excitement that you had in the library making podcasts so that they will get on the library's website and listen to you. Our advertisements are going to be posters that each one of you will make of the book that you chose to read. It might be a picture of the cover, or maybe a page in the book that you liked, or maybe simply your idea of what the character looks like in the book. Then I will take your picture and we will mount it beside the poster and hang both of them out there on that great big library's bulletin board. We'll make copies of the posters, and we'll hang them in the elementary hallway, and we'll take some down to the public library so all of those people visiting the library can see and hear about your podcast. According to our friend Garfield, everyone who can read should. Your podcast is a way to reach out to others, to encourage them to read books that you've enjoyed. You're going to be touching a lot of people with your podcast. Let's just go over what a podcast is and how you're going to do it. Remember, it's a digital recording. Your podcast is a review of a book for the elementary student, a book that you've read and now you're going to tell about. The podcast is a recording of your very own voice. And remember, we're going to save that podcast so we can upload it to our website. So, that's it. Now let's get going. We have podcasts to make.